Hey, Jules Bliss Vegan. Welcome to day 61 of our 100-day countdown to the best version of ourselves in the new year. And happy Halloween. This is like what's left of my makeup from school. I can't wait to just get home and clean it off. But I just wanted to say happy Halloween. Rejoice that I chose to eat healthy today, that I have a plan for tonight. There were treats everywhere. Parents bringing cupcakes. I passed out oranges. Yay me. And I'm just, looking forward to staying well today. That's a huge triumph for me because I'm a total compulsive overeater and a sugar addict. And that's straight up. I was thinking about the 12 steps, and the first 3 steps are that I'm powerless over whatever it is, food, alcohol, a sex addiction, whatever it is. That God could help me if I'm willing to surrender to him. And actually, is that a power greater than myself could help me. And then ultimately that I'm going to let him. So the short version of the first 3 steps is I can't, God can, and I'm going to let him. And I think that's just a good thing to live by across the board. Because whenever we just recognize that we are powerless, instead of feeling helpless, we can feel empowered by asking God, to do what we can't do for ourselves. And God is a difficult concept. I had a precious friend whose husband just exited the planet 2 days ago, and they knew, he had cancer, but I've been with people in their last moments, and I'm telling you, in the 1 second that I chose to look away, that person took their last breath, and even though I'd been with them for days, for months, for whatever it was, I'm still in shock. That idea that death comes as a thief in the night. I think it's very personal. Even seriously, if you already know, you're totally present when they finally go, it's always a shock. If that's not true for you, I'd be interested to hear, because it is always a shock. So that's also just a huge faith thing, I mean, where are we going to go from here? What is going to be the new normal, And it's the same thing with finding our way in the vegan lifestyle, finding our way in any change. It's a huge leap of faith, and it's scary. Change is scary. And so can we say, I'm powerless over whatever the circumstances, the death of a loved one, not having money for the bills, choosing a different eating lifestyle. I am powerless over this. I know it's the right thing to do. So I'm going to trust that God is greater than I am and that he can do it. And I'm going to have the grace to let him. So we tend to continue to pull our power back all the time. But there's a huge emptiness in trying to rely on ourselves. And I think God is actually really merciful to not show us the whole picture. We wouldn't even be able to handle the whole picture. It says that no one can see God. And if they did, they essentially would catch fire and burn. I mean, he's so pure and powerful. We wouldn't even be able to handle it. And I think that's true about our lives. Whenever we decide that we know, every time I decide that I know the process, I know the next step, I know how it's going to work out, it's almost refreshing that it doesn't work out the way I was so sure I know. That God can surprise me. That means I'm open to growth. I'm open to faith. And I do welcome him surprising me. And I do want to trust that he can see the whole picture. And that when some things don't work out, it's his grace that they don't work out. So shout out to this blessed, beautiful friend who has to find a new normal and is going to be walking, the planet in a new way. Her husband was a faith person, so that's great. But what is faith? I mean, none of us have died yet and gone to heaven per se. I know some people have claimed they have, but most of us haven't. We know it's the direction we want to go in, and we're trying to trust it. And, that's the same thing with my vegan diet. I don't know all about it. I don't know very much about it. I just know that it feels right and it seems right, and that it's the best way for me to go. So there is some faith in that, to just take that leap, to trust that God will continue to guide me. And for today that I'm saying yes. I'm saying yes to eating this way. I'm saying yes to life. I'm saying yes to love. Even though loving is such a risk, there will be loss in love. But was it worth loving? Absolutely. So I know that's a lot, but that is on my mind. And I just wanted to share. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm wishing you luck, especially if you are a compulsive overeater or sugar addict like I am, for safety and wellness tonight if you're participating in Halloween, that you'll just make your best choices. And I wish you peace. And until we talk again, you got it. Be blessed.